welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society presents The Company, a MythosCon 2020 event brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies! It's in your blood. I don't...
Hello, everyone. I think we're going to do introductions for each other first because that's how these things go. Hello, I'm Maria. I am on the internet at Happy Capster everywhere. I'm running this here game. I'm the manager of this motley crew. The company is a spooky, scary horror game. As such, there shall be spooky, scary horror stuff. Please keep that in mind as you watch this show. Thank you. We can go around, introduce yourselves. You'll be able to introduce your characters in the intro of this game. But you can at the very least say the character's name and what career path they have chosen. Starting, if you would like, Eli.
Cool. Hey, everybody. I'm Eli. I use he, they pronouns. Today I am playing Bo, who uses any and all pronouns, and they are a medic.
Hey, everyone. I'm Kaya Gasson. Today I am playing Tick, the technician, and she also uses she, her pronouns.
Hi everyone. Hi, I'm Tim. Use he, him pronouns. And today I'm playing Morris Minor, and I'm a good engineer. That's not the accent I want to do for this person. Anyway, let's go over to Ty.
I'm Ty, I use he and pronouns. You can find me at Ball and Brawler on Twitter, and tonight I am playing Herman Beasley, who uses he, him pronouns and is a scientist. Throw it over to Dave.
And I am Dave, I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Dirk Brandish. I'm a soldier, and he uses he, him pronouns too. And that's all I'm going to tell you for now. With that, I'll throw it back to Maria.
Fantastic. So, I use they, she pronouns, by the way, and the manager doesn't use any because they're just the manager, and that's all you need to know about them. So, to begin, you all sit at a long table in a monochromatic, windowless meeting room. Someone has brewed a pot of coffee. Its slightly burned smell almost distracting you from the plush yet somehow uncomfortable chairs you're sitting in. Laying on the table in front of each of you is a simple manila envelope with ARC Team stamped on the front. And sitting at the head of the table is the manager, your manager. They sit comfortably, and as you all sit there for an awkward moment or two, they say, leaning forward, "Well done, everyone. Your hard work and greatness have not gone unseen by us in the management department. You have been chosen among your peers as the best in your fields and are hereby being reassigned to a new division, the Asset Recovery and Containment Division, to be precise. Congratulations, you must all be very proud. Now that the celebrations are out of the way," they push a button on a small remote, causing the lights to dim and the projector behind them to flicker on. About a day ago, contact was lost with the Eurydice facility. This is a facility that is located in a deep-sea research place far off in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure you all know about it. Great. It's owned and operated by us here at Wuhan Baxter, the pharmaceutical department to be specific. A subsidiary is something otherwise. And we have lost contact with them. You all may open your manila envelopes. And inside your manila envelopes, you each get a briefing. In this briefing, it gives small details about the current situation, which now, looking around, you all see that you are all part of this new team that has been assembled to deal with situations. Inside of your manila envelope are a handful of things. You have 4 pictures of 4 different people. They're all scientists. A Dr. Yang, Dr. Legati, Dr. Shively, and Dr. Astoria. All things that I will revisit and the current mission objectives. So this facility that you have been shown on your briefing is, as the manager described, a deep-sea research facility located 20,000 feet below sea level, attached to the Orpheus shipping the docking platform. The crew has not been in contact for over 24 hours, and as such, the team, the ARC team, has been assembled to go down to the Eurydice to locate any and all potentially surviving members of this scientist crew, as well as if you happen to be there collecting, should you not find scientists, their personal keys. These keys are things that store information, particularly what they were researching while they were down there. It says in big bold letters, this information is confidential in your briefing. There's a small video that begins to play on the projector behind you, and it is a kind of a cheesy, almost 80s pop song that plays for about 5 seconds or so, and a voice pops on that says, "We know that you all may have many, many questions, but fear not. We here at Wuhan Baxter are pleased to be able to say with confidence that you are all the best of the best. Any questions can be held and will be answered probably." And the projector shuts off, the lights turn back on, and you all once again see each other sitting around the table. Starting with Bo. Bo, what does Bo look like? And how does Bo feel about this new assignment that they're on?
So Bo is an individual who is probably 6'2", shaved head, dark brown skin, and dressed in what he thinks are modern scrubs, but they're really just the really ugly green color that scrubs end up being most of the time. So he is conflicted about their feelings. Excited about a new adventure, but not very excited about the amount of vagueness that it entails. So yeah.
Which of your new fellow teammates catches your eye first?
Probably look over to Morris.
So, Morris is a man in his late 50s, early 60s, borderline retirement, you know. He's got told at one point when he was younger to wear a tie and shirt, even though he's an engineer, but that's fine anyway. Wears a flat cap to hide his slightly balding head. He's seen a bit. He's waiting for the nice cushy retirement because he's got to put kids through school and all that jazz. But, you know, just doing a business, drinking the awful coffee because there ain't no tea available. But, you know, sometimes you got to live the rough with a bit of smooth. But that's not too bad, is it? But, it's a good life. It's a good life. And I look around and, you know, gaze yonder up to crew and just notice Tick a little bit.
Tick is reading through the briefing, going through the manila envelope and seeing everything that was given to them. She looks to be in her mid-20s. She essentially just looks like a younger me. With her, she looks as if she was given a bunch of different military uniform pieces and just picked out which ones looked the coolest and just kind of patched them together. So she's got her scarf and her cool glasses and her jacket, and crawling around on her seems to be this little you'd think it's like a little furry creature, but it's like her own little like robot drone. It looks like a little flying squirrel, and it keeps crawling up on her head, which is buzzed like mine. And she's just kind of tinkering away in front of her with her little alien ring, and she's just going nom 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 nom. And she looks around the table, and Herman's glasses catch her eye. You know, love a good person in glasses.
Well, Herman's about 65. His face ravaged by gravity as it droops down, heavily creased. He's got slicked gray hair and round glasses, and he's just ecstatic to go get more specimen. And he lazily looks to Dirk.
Thought you were gonna be way more smooth than that.
I wasn't ready.
Dirk isn't even really sitting at the table. He's just kind of leaning up against the wall next to the door because he's a soldier and he's been here before. He knows what his job is, and it's not as elegant as most other people's jobs because all he has to do is make sure he can keep as many of you as he can legally alive. It doesn't necessarily mean he's going to keep all of you alive according to the company, because he's been in that position before too. But he's sitting there, and he's looking at the table, and everybody's sitting at the table, and he's like, well, he's gonna be a problem. He's probably dying first. So, like, basically just gauging on a list of like how much effort he's gonna have to put in to try and protect you, or if that effort is even worth it at all. He's a larger man. He's got like a 5 o'clock shadow, shaved head. He really muscly, and he wears just like a black shirt that has like kind of like security padding inside of it, and then just black pants and black boots.
Fantastic. So as you all kind of take each other in, take in the information, the manager speaks up again and says, now that you're all very familiarized with the contents of your briefing, there is in fact a fairly substantial time crunch. We have wind that there is in fact a large storm that is going to be rolling through very, very soon. So you will all need to, transportation has already been requisitioned for all of you. It will take you to the Orpheus platform. And from there, you will descend into the water to the Eurydice facility. You will have, once you arrive, approximately 7 hours to complete everything before we cut off, the storm cuts off any sort of visibility for about 5 hours at that point. Taking you, but from there, it would be very, very challenging to do. Any questions? No, thank you. And they will stand up, and they will leave the room.
So we just have a normal fetch quest, as they do. Looking forward to minimal casualties. Can you promise me that?
Isn't that your job to ensure that we are not?
I might need a little help this time around. And he just kind of like side eyes Herman and Morris.
Listen, mate. Like, not to be funny. If I don't come back alive, it's not me you have to deal with. It's me wife, and she's gonna be right sorry that I'll be dead. I mean,
Oh,
just
good. More liability on me.
I can't promise anything, and I'll walk into the ship or whatever's taking us.
I'll just distract her with like a good cuppa and just like, you know, calm her down just a little bit. She's gonna kill me.
She might, but
yeah,
it'll be fine. Don't worry, we'll all be fine and
We're
grand.
absolutely. Right, Peaches, are you ready? And she just kind of scrabbles around. All right, let's go then. She sets off towards the ship.
I'm just gonna kind of wait for everybody else to leave first. Nervously kind of tap my foot, not because I'm nervous, but more so because I have a smoking addiction, and I'm not allowed to smoke on company grounds as per Wuhan Baxter's.
He's just got like 12 patches on him.
It's like, yeah, that's what the pads underneath my shirt. They're actually
Straight
nicotine patches.
Bo will tip her hat to the rest of the individuals in the room, then realize that she's not wearing a hat, and then get on the ship.
I'll saunter on afterwards.
Fantastic. All right. And you all are transported via Visa helicopter to the Orpheus docking platform. From there, you are all crammed into a small pod, not cheek to cheek or anything like that, but it is still a little bit cramped. And you begin the long and dark descent into the water. There is a small hatch that you can kind of see a little bit out of. It is a very thick glass, but you're able to see some like fish and things float past. And after what feels like far too long, you begin to see a soft glow coming from beneath you, indicating that you are in fact approaching the Eurydice facility. Also in your briefing, you did receive a facility map, which is on the Roll20 for you. And this is something that you can have access to at any time. There is a loud chunking sound as you settle at the pod landing bay. And you hear this kind of hissing sound that of you, Morris would know specifically that the chamber currently is decompressing.
Open the pod bay doors, Al.
It's a good one. I know that flick.
It takes about 5 minutes or so for the hatch, the chamber outside to completely decompress. But above the door, a light changes from red to green, indicating that you, in fact, can exit safely.
I suppose I'll go first. I just kind of look at the people that, if there's something dangerous on the other side of this door, and they're gonna get me killed over it, I just sigh directly at Herman. And I guess I open the door.
Okay. You open the door and are greeted with a round, metallic, semi-bare room. Inside of this room, you can see that there are 2 access hatches. One of them seems a little odd. The one that above the hatchway door, it says SO8. You also see in this room a red cabinet, as well as 4 cages that contain deep sea suits. The walkway to, or the hatch to SO2 or Sector 2 seems to be open currently. There are dim lights, almost like emergency lighting, on in this place. But no sign of people here to greet you. No sign of any sort of strangeness, at least not from a cursory glance.
Dirk?
Yeah?
I understand that you're here to look after us, but I do have Peaches, who can kind of fly ahead if there's ever an area you don't want to go in physically, and she can kind of just scout to make sure everything's okay.
That's a good idea.
Is there any particular direction you'd like her to go in?
Well, in theory, if there were people here, they'd probably be in life support. And that hallway's... well, it's looking a little... dangerous, if you catch my drift. The light flickering, and just... why don't you, send your little squirrel friend, yeah.
Say no more. And I'll kind of just have a crawl onto my hand and bring it down, and touch the side of my glasses as like a view kind of pops up on them. And I will send her off down the hallway to kind of scout ahead and see what she can see.
Perfect. Excuse me. While you are waiting for some kind of feedback from that, does anyone else do anything while Peaches is floating away?
Is there like a window into the corridor towards SO8?
There is. There's a one very similar to the kind of the almost porthole that was in your pod.
Yeah. I'll probably take a quick gander through the tiny window to see what's actually wrong with that corridor, or if it's been blocked up or anything.
Okay. Why don't you... actually, this won't require a roll. It is a little bit challenging to see through the kind of thick glass-like substance. But beyond in Sector 8, also labeled as a storage area, you can kind of make out some metal crates, barrels, small objects kind of strewn around the floor, but nothing particularly out of the ordinary. I would like for you, though, to make a search check for me.
Okie dokie.
This is only going to be a difficulty of 1, so you
Okay.
only need 1 success. Fantastic. Oh, that's great. Fantastic. So you got actually 2 successes, which is more than you needed, which is always a great thing. You can see, not through the door, but you kind of look around the door here. This particular door has been welded shut.
That's
Gonna die.
what's it's a bit of a dodgy welding job, really. I wouldn't have done that personally myself. I would have used more of a TIG welder than an arc welder, but yeah, it does its job, but don't know why this door's been welded. It's not exactly great, but it's welded nonetheless. So
Is it kickable? Give it all.
Anything is kickable if you use your foot.
yeah, you could. I mean, you can. You're welcome to have a go. Try and kick it. I wouldn't do it myself. But I'll let you have a gander at it.
I'll kind of go over and inspect the door, but somebody else could do something while I'm just kind of like giving it a. Can I kick
Tap,
this
tap.
down?
Possible. All right. You now describe to me. Do you have a way to get a live video feed from your drone?
It's kind of vague. It says drone used to scout ahead, access systems, and traverse dangerous areas. It doesn't
Fantastic.
say anything of whether I do or do not.
So do you have a live video feed with your drone?
I believe I do. I believe it's in my headset.
Perfect.
She's part AI, part kind of controlled by me.
Fantastic.
But I've given her a little bit of life because I think she's super cute.
Great. Peaches floats down this corridor to Sector 2, and the room inside that they go to is exceptionally dark. They can see that there are some LED lights on the walls. Small, some of them kind of flickering, looking a little bit kind of like a server hub. But beyond that, there is practically no light other than the very, very, very dim glow from the corridor that they came from.
Is she able to get to a port where she can access the systems and perhaps get the lights back on for us?
She can certainly try. It would be very hard to navigate around in the dark, but you can certainly try.
Why not?
Okay. Why then? Let's see. Why not? Let's see. Go ahead and roll for me. This is going to be
A search?
I think this is going to be a search roll.
That is a 6.
A 6. All right. So bumping that down, that does make it a critical failure. Which doesn't do too terribly much as this is a drone. But what does happen is you don't find a port. The thing that does occur though, and the reason that it is going to affect you and not your drone, is for a moment, as Peaches kind of turns about looking for this port, there is a brief reflection, not off of something like metallic or glass-like, but as if there was some sort of nocturnal creature in the corner of this room. And Peaches kind of instinctually focuses back on it, and you still see the reflection, and then you see about 4 more of them next to it, and then they all blink out. So you are going to take 2 stress.
Okay.
A strange and unexplainable thing.
Strange and unexplainable thing.
Peaches, come back.
You hear a confirmation, and it just whirs and whizzes back to you.
Yeah, I think I can kick this down. Still looking at the door as you see a horrible monster.
Dirk.
Yeah.
Do you have any intel on what could possibly be in this station?
4 survivors. With keys on them. Is that it? Do I actually have more than that as the soldier? Probably not, right?
As the soldier, you probably wouldn't have been told much more than what you got in the briefing, other than there is a possibility that the management is pessimistic that in the likelihood that there are survivors here. From what you gathered, the primary objective is to get their keys first, and the keys are less like house keys. They're more of large, like 1980s aliens, like ka-chunk keys. But that seems to be their primary focus, and then also, if they happen to be alive, also bring them and maybe some of the samples of things that they were working on.
And Herman is our scientist, right?
I'm the scientist, that's right.
Wow.
Do you need something examined? The hallway's dark. The door is welded.
This is absolutely fascinating. Do you know of any creatures that could possibly be in this environment? I saw something through Peaches.
What did they look like?
Glowy eyes, a few of them, and then they were gone. Which is a little bit disconcerting.
I hear
Could be an underwater station monster.
Oh.
That was a joke. I don't know anything. And I'm gonna start to head down that hallway.
Whoa.
All right.